what do you think of, like if somebody, like the stories you read about, there's this one book called The Ageless Man. I don't know if you've read the book Ageless Man. Yeah, where the guy says you're not healthier if your testosterone level is lower. You need to be like, nowadays a lot of people are on TRT, more than people would know. There's a lot of people that are in the NBA that are using stuff. There's a lot of guys that are in the NFL using stuff. There's a lot of people that are in politics, content creators, a lot of people, Hollywood movie stars. You saw Joe Rogan calling out The Rock. The Rock needs to come out and do what him did. How many people you think are on stuff that we don't know about?
Oh, I have no idea. I don't know. I tell my kids this all the time, and I say this to anyone who engages with me, like, don't compare yourself to me. Don't compare yourself to anybody, right? I mean, one of the most famous lines I say nonstop is to express your highest and most dominant form, right? Compare yourself to yourself, right? Because obviously once you start doing that, it's like, well, how the fuck are you ever going to measure? Mm-hmm. Right? You're never going to measure, right? So do these things. These are the ways of our early ancestors. This is how we honor the struggle of our early ancestors. This is how you can express your highest and most dominant form. I have no idea, like who's on just TRT or, I guess we would have an idea of who's on more than TRT, but this is not a conversation that I generally have.
Yeah, because TRT, I watch like from Facebook and everything. TRT, they're promoting it everywhere. You know what I mean? On Facebook, I get all that where you go get the test and they'll tell you where your testosterone's at and they'll send it literally to your door. It's not illegal, right? TRT.
Correct.
Yeah. It's not. It's not like TRT is not the big deal. So my question, because I really don't know, is the growth the thing that people are saying that's a steroid? It's not like anabolic like DECA or all that other stuff. I don't see like the big problem with.
I think you could categorize it. It's a performance enhancing drug.
Yeah.
Technically it's not a steroid hormone. It's a peptide hormone, but there's no doubt that it's helped with performance and recovery. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt. I had a close friend say, hey, you should not say you're taking steroids. You should tell people what you're taking, which is testosterone and growth hormone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? What I've done is I've undershared. Let me overshare at least.
Yeah.
I'm taking steroids.
Yeah.
I've been on steroids. I'm on steroids, right now, which is testosterone and growth hormone. I would say growth hormone has played a significant role, in helping me to recover, to help me get in the gym as many times as I want.
Yeah.
I do think it has made a big difference, but it 100% is through a clinician, through a trained professional, monitored and managed, and everything is written as a prescription.
Got you. So, and Brian, health-wise, and I'm happy that you're doing it the right way and you're doing all that. Like, health-wise for future stuff, are you worried? Because, there's only so much the heart and the body can actually take, no matter what a doctor says. Do you have any worries about that ever, like, catching up or, like, a heart attack or something crazy?
You know what I did? Early on, I also was on DECA and Winstrol. And so my blood chemistry was all fucked up, was all deranged. And I'm like, I'm here to be a dad. I'm here to be a husband. Like, if this is going to fuck this up, I'm going to get off this. And so that was pretty clear. We discontinued the DECA and the Winstrol, and the blood chemistries look good.
Perfect. Yeah. That's great.
So, again, like, I think it's very nuanced who should even consider this, right? For a young man, don't even think about it. There's no steroid. There's no form of any steroid that's appropriate for a 15-year-old or a young man,
or even 18, or because your body's producing it. You're just throwing money down the toilet.
Right.
You're in prime testosterone.
You're on steroids.
You're on. Yeah. Exactly.
But there is one thing that I'm sure you're already planning for this. When Adam asked, you're going to continue, like, I've made a decision, I'm going to get off of it. 4 years, of being testing with this different things, to get off, you're going to need to get off with somebody that's watching and monitoring, because like you said, I don't know the side effects. I've only been doing it for 4 years. That was a perfect answer. It's like, I've been doing it for 4 years.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to get off of stuff. It's a challenge, and it's best to have somebody very close that's telling you what to do when you are getting off of this stuff.
I got a brilliant friend who knows a lot about this.
Where do you live? You live in Austin, right? You're in Austin? Or?
I'm between Houston and Dallas. But,
okay, got it.
I just also want to say, this is my plan to do that. This might not work out, but this is my plan to do this. And I believe...
Meaning getting off of it may not work out.
Yeah, it might not work out.
Meaning you may get back on it.
You know what? Again, this is not my intention, but like, let's say it's been 3 or 4 months. Let's say that I have no cognitive ability. My physical bit, like I've just the wheels.
You're gonna feel it, bro. I'm just telling you.
I've been reading. I've been reading, and
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, like this is.
Are you in contact with any major bodybuilders or no?
No.
Okay. Are you open to the idea of talking to some of these
Absolutely.
guys? Okay. Would you mind if I put you in contact with a couple?
I would appreciate.
Yeah, I will, because they can tell you stuff I can't. And I'm going to put you in contact with like the main guys that they'll talk to you about this, because I would not suddenly. There's certain things you can do cold turkey. I don't know if it's that healthy.
I got to tell you something funny. So this morning, I don't know if it was Andrew Schultz or one of his co-hosts. Said, "When's the last time you did steroids?" And I said, "Oh, I had a shot on Saturday." I go, "Oh shit, you know what? Actually, today I did growth hormones every day. I did growth hormone today." And this is the thing, like I know that you can't just come off of it cold turkey. Yeah. I know that there's a plan, there's a way to do it, an intelligent way to do it. I also know it's going to be what I've read. It's really hard to do, and I'm sure there's best practices, to transition to at least lessen that. But what I'm really hoping to do is like I'm going to give that everything. I'm going to give that a shot.
Yeah. Just be before you, because so right now there's a few things that is going on that you're going through. You're going through something that you've never gone through before, which is what? Public apology. Let me go talk to a few of the guys that I respect, and they're going to be able to do this in a respectful manner. Just make sure you're not making commitments that's going to be very hard to, and don't say it publicly, because he did it again. So it's just like what you just said. I don't know what's going to happen. All I'm saying is, if you want to get off of weed, you know how they say like you gotta when you're dropping a bad habit, you gotta replace it with something else. Okay, there's a big difference of getting off of steroids and stop drinking alcohol or stop smoking weed. You get off of weed, okay, maybe you're gonna chew or smoke cigars or something that you're replacing it with. There is no replacing growth hormone and steroids with something else that's gonna fill the need in your body. That's not, because weed is not dramatically, or
this is my thought.
You get what I'm saying with this?
Maybe I'm wrong about this, but I'm convinced that it's my obsession with overtraining that's screwing up my hormones. That I think that if I can fix a way and find a way to not have to do this 2 or 3 times a day, and just do it at least once a day. I think if I do it once a day, get into the gym at least once a day, and not do 2 or 3 times a day, I think, because overtraining clearly has an effect on your hormone profile. And again, I know that there's a whole other thing to consider about I'm not producing any of my natural stuff right now. There's a negative feedback going on. How am I going to get my own natural stuff going on? But then it's really addressing the root cause, and I believe the root cause is really these self-worth things that I got to deal with and I got to go deep with. But then I also got to say, listen, I'm not going to go into the gym 2 or 3 times a day. I know that I got to figure out a way to sleep. I know that I got to figure out a way to recover. I know that I got to figure out a lot of this stuff. Any connections with anybody who has experience with it?
Oh, dude, I'm going to give you the right people, and you talk to them. And my recommendation is to be very methodical with the right support before you go through this transition, bro. I'm just telling you, I saw one guy go through it. You want to talk about like hardcore anxiety, like emotional breakdown, depression. It's not. It's a serious thing. So this is not something you go sudden cold turkey. And there's certain things you've read about all this stuff, how to naturally increase your testosterone level, deadlift, squats, all this stuff. There's certain things you eat to naturally also increase, but you're going to go through it. You're going to go through it. It's a thing. But with the right support and the right counsel, you're going to go through it. It's going to be fine.
So with all the craziness taking place, I believe future looks bright. If you believe future looks bright, get your latest Future Looks Bright hat of Valuetainment. It says Future Looks Bright here, Future Looks Bright here. We got them in white, we got them in black, we got them in red. Our black on black sold out. These are about to sell out. If you haven't ordered one yet, we had a person in Michigan, bought one, then he bought 3. Then when those 3 people weren't in the office, they had to order 58 of them because people wanted the Future Looks Bright hat, especially during times like this, because ain't nobody saying Future Looks Bright. To order your Future Looks Bright hat, click over here. And to watch the entire podcast, click here. Take care, everybody.